South Carolina.
Welcome back to For the Record. Joining me now is Greenville Spinners president Rob Bailey and public relations for the Spinners, Steve Baker. Thank you guys both for being here. What is the Greenville Spinners?
So the Greenville Spinners is the local bicycle club that's been around since 1979. We currently have 915 members, and our mission is to get more people on bikes and having fun, being social together.
Yeah, I love to ride. I've been interviewing Steve about cycling for over a decade now. I love to ride, but I am terrified of riding on the road, especially by myself, obviously. Is that part of what you do at the Spinners, is help people overcome that because of it's a group ride?
I think that's definitely an aspect to joining the Greenville Spinners and just, you know, connecting with a group of local cyclists. Here. We've got several ways that people can get plugged in, and, you know, happy to help them get more comfortable out on the road.
Yeah, cycling is huge here for a while. Why do you think that is?
Oh, it's a mix of the beautiful weather that we have, the terrain that we have. You know, it's a beautiful place to ride a bike, and it is year-round cycling. So a lot of people who come here and visit here as a tourism aspect will come here because it's too cold where they live, and they can ride here year-round. So it's a really nice mix of some quiet roads. That's one of the other big things about this area. If you travel around the country, you'll notice there are some areas that people ride bikes, but they have to ride on the shoulder of very busy roads.
Yeah.
But here in South Carolina, we have so many paved roads, so many roads going to the same place, that we can ride on the back roads and the cars can take the big arteries to get where they want to go.
Yeah, yeah. So Greenville Spinners, when do you guys ride? Where do you guys ride?
Steve, I'll let you.
The biggest group of riders that get together is on Tuesday nights, and we meet at SeaTac. We have a lot of different groups of cyclists that have varying speeds. In the cycling world, there are two kind of ways to classify riders. The biggest way would be the speed that they maintain, so maybe your fitness level. So we have many groups that ride on Tuesday nights. We actually rent some land out at SeaTac and have a parking lot, and we meet there. And Tuesday nights at 6 o'clock, there are groups heading off into the country of varying abilities.
Yeah. Is it the same people all the time? Is it always new people? Is there a fee?
No, actually, it's free to ride out there. We, of course, love for everybody to become a club member. Yeah.
When you are riding, do you find more and more people are on the road are getting more comfortable with cycling? As cycling grows in this area, more and more people are out. What do you say to drivers? Are drivers more comfortable? Because most people who are watching this right now may not get on a bike, but chances are they're going to interact with a group on a bike at some point when they're driving. So understanding how they handle the road is going to be important to keep people safe. What will you say to the viewers out there watching right now?
Absolutely. I think the biggest issue for us all when we're behind the wheel of the car is putting that cell phone down.
Yeah.
Here, I know we've all gotten accustomed to having instantaneous access to information here, but you know, that cell phone is not as important as your life, the other people's lives on the road that you may encounter, and then just be patient. That cyclist that you may encounter along the way could be your brother, daughter, sister, aunt, etc. That's a human being.
Yeah. What has the Swamp Rabbit Trail done for the cycling community?
The Swamp Rabbit Trail has been a big boom for the cycling community. We have, you mentioned riding on the road. It's obviously intimidating for people who are new to cycling. It can be intimidating to mix with cars. That's one of the reasons why we think that we can help. If you join the Greenville Spinners, we can help you get into some group situations where you might learn some practices that are a little bit more comfortable when you're riding on the street. But the Swamp Rabbit Trail it might be the single biggest thing that has improved the number of people who are enjoying cycling.
Wow, yeah.
In this area. I mean, I think the state knows that it's one of the biggest tourist attractions, and as far as users go, and it's fantastic because you take the element of the traffic danger away. People can concentrate on the beautiful part of staying fit, exploring the outdoors, enjoying nature. I mean, that's what the trail can do for you without the sort of nervousness of traffic.
Yeah, and we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the Hincapie connection and the Gran Fondo as well. Surprisingly, I did it a few years ago, the short one, and it was a challenge.
Yeah.
But it was great, and you're out there with so many people, and it becomes an event in and of itself.
That's the thing about events. You can ride by yourself a lot, like you can just go out and train. But until you experience all of those people sharing the passion with you at the same time on the same course, you saw the excitement. I mean, and I would argue that even if you did the short one, you had the most celebratory part of it, which is a rest stop that might have some neat food and some great music, and you might have the celebration at the end where you have the food and the camaraderie and the stories. It doesn't matter if you do the 100 miles, the 80 miles, the 50 miles, the 20 miles, whatever ride you do, the stories are the same. They all talk about this road was hard, this road was fun, this climb was this. So yeah, it's fantastic to have that resource here in town. I mean, there are thousands of people who do that, and it brings a lot of people into the area for the ride. Yeah. But they come back. Yeah. They have such a good time here. They love downtown. They love the riding. They love the event. They come back. Multiple visits. The studies show that.
I still have nightmares about 2 of the hills on that ride, but we won't talk about that now. Thank you for being here. Up next, a cycling pro joins us to share her experience.